And welcome to Season 2, Week 8 of AzCFL Intel. I'm your host, Jesse Burke, and yes, I finally made it in the studio to produce what is another week of the show that bridges the gap between the media and the players. And today, special guest in the building, my guy Bambam, Dwayne Gaither from the Avondale Reapers, man. Welcome to the booth.
Thank you. Welcome back. Like being here.
For sure, man. For those familiar with Intel, you were a Season 1 guest.
Yes, sir.
So appreciate you coming back on.
No problem.
So as we know, you guys have lives outside of football, so appreciate you, spending a Thursday night with me. So getting right to it, man, without, reminding the folks too much of, the same old. If they call it the first episode, maybe let's just refresh them. Tell them who you are, where you're from,
All right.
years in the league, position, team, all that.
All right, well, my name is Dwayne Gaither. I'm in this league as Bambam. I play for the Avondale Reapers. Originally from Baltimore, been out here for about 13 years, so this is home now. I've been with the Reapers for 4 years. I'm now the team captain. I play linebacker, safety, rover. I'm just that person wherever help the defense out.
For sure. And then saying that, you've been out here for as long as you have, so I imagine you played your high school ball in Arizona?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. And you were on defense side of things?
Oh, yeah.
Throughout your life? Okay.
Never been on offense.
Never been on offense. So, I've had a mix of different guests. I've had offensive players, defensive players, and everybody feels at home in their own position, right? So tell me kind of how you started with being a safety / linebacker and kind of why you call defense home.
Okay, well, I started football in North Carolina. I played corner all my life. And then, I don't know, I wasn't the best corner, but I like to hit. So I guess me coming up, they moved me to safety. Then all right, you can cover and hit. But I like to, bits on the run. I bite on it all the time. So they're you just got to keep your linebacker. You're too fast. You're not that big, but you get back there and you're not scared to hit.
For
so
sure.
I just stay at linebacker.
Definitely. And then was there something about you when you started playing football? Was there a person you looked up to or somebody that showed you that defense was kind of where you wanted to be? Because obviously you hear football and the first thing you hear is quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Or running back.
Of course.
So how did you kind of fit your shoes with defense?
It's actually funny because my cousin, he actually got into football and he actually played quarterback. But I was a Baltimore Ravens fan. I like Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins, so they got me into defense because I saw how they hit. And so I was like, yeah, defense is where it's at.
For sure. And then was there, outside of high school ball, was there any type of flag football? Did you ever play 7-on-7, any type of that?
No, I took 5 years after high school and then I came to semi-pro.
For sure. So, getting right to it, man, like you said, you've been with the team almost 4 years.
Yes. You
see throughout the league people jumping from team to team, people putting on different jerseys, stuff like that. Tell me about the loyalty, kind of why you've been willing to rocking with them.
Like I tell everybody on my team, you can go anywhere and try to play, but most likely you won't play. And it's all about building that brotherhood and that loyalty with one team. That's how you make a better team. You see the Patriots, when they had Tom Brady for all them years, they built with him. He and all this team sucked this year. We got to move. No, you got to stay there. And, we're the underdogs every year, but we're going to be them big dogs one day.
For sure. And, a lot of people do see that, the bigger the grind, the bigger the reward when it pays off. Obviously, in the past you guys had a narrative that you guys are rewriting and we don't need to reconvene that. But with the new age Reapers, I'm definitely seeing a new push with the community side of things and seeing a big family camaraderie. You guys are doing community service and you guys are doing events outside of football along with each other, and I see just on social media you guys are getting along from a friend standpoint.
Yeah.
Video games and stuff like that. What's we talk about it often on Intel about you guys having lives outside of football. What's a way you guys can stay connected outside of football?
Well, during preseason, around Christmas time, we always do a kid donation drive. We play games and bring kids and bring toys for kids. But Tyler just wants us to, it's not about just football. He wants us to help the outside the community, so the community come help us with the football, so they can come want to watch the games, watch online, So we just try to since we got a lot of young guys, so we try to teach them more of how to be a man outside of football and how to be a man on the field.
Definitely. And then has there been, you said you're a team captain now. Have you found yourself being more of a recruiter or trying to convince others to come to the squad, or kind of have you seen anything with that step up, like marketing or anything on your end?
I try to recruit, but people hear the name, they don't want to play with the Reapers because it's the Reapers. But when the new guys that we do get, I tell them the truth about the team, it's all about dedication. Yeah, you're going to get looked at wrong way, but with me being a captain, I just try to help everybody be better. I step down the role of trying to be the best player on the field. I just try to make everyone better than me so we all can be that on that level together.
Definitely. So, we're still early in the year. We're entering week 4. You guys just came off a game against, I have it pulled up here. You guys took care of, let's see, or you guys were 1-2. You played the first week against the Hawks, right?
Third week.
Was the first week?
Silverback,
that's what it was. Then, so you guys just played the Hawks, right?
Yes.
You beat them. Okay, that's what it was. So, what's that like when so they just came off of game of the week, so they were playing they had a high intensity, they were under the lights. Granted, they didn't score any points and they were a little beat up, but hats off to their quarterback. It was, he was very impressive, he was gritty, he was taking a beating all night, but take me back to that game and kind of knowing that a team's coming in salty, they want to kind of clean themselves of the last beating they got, and then what's that mindset knowing that you have a hungry team? Not to say that there's no hungry teams, but every team wants to win. But what is that knowing that they're a little hungrier?
Well, knowing, like I said, everyone sees us as an underdog. I knew they came and think they're gonna blow us out because everyone said they're gonna blow us out. Even their owner said it. But it's just like I told you about it, they tired. You can tell by the energy when you get on the field, and we just had way more energy. And I knew our big problem probably our offense. We haven't struggled on offense, but defense, I knew it was going to be a defensive game. And the fact that we stopped them multiple times in the red zone just showed them that we wanted more.
For sure. I noticed you changed your jersey number up. Last year you were rocking 16, I think, and now you're rocking 22.
Yeah.
Is there any history,
Well, 22, I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids, but my 2 oldest ones are both born on the 2nd. My girlfriend's favorite number is 22, and I decided to change it up because I didn't want to be known no more as 16 because everyone knows who I am on the field.
I feel it. Okay.
So I'm trying to disguise myself.
I got you. 22, definitely it's a well-respected number in football, and then also just like outside, 22's seen as like a entity in entirety. It's like always repeating, and something about it. I'll send you the link. I read up on it earlier. And so with that being said, man, has there been you hear it, you see it with basketball, Kevin Durant dropped 35, rock 7 now. You see Westbrook rocking number 4 now. Has there been a little bit of an identity change now that you're 22?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that like now?
No, it's a little laid back. I'm not all into it angry, aggressive like I was the last few years, but more of a bigger role. I'm picking up that role because I got that captain jersey on me now. So I'm like, you know what, I got to step up and show this team what it is. It don't matter what it is to lose or win. You just got to be a good person. That's how you be better in this league.
For sure. And then, transitioning perfectly, you're a father. You know what it's like to raise kids and having to put people before you.
Mm-hmm.
And that translates to being a captain. Like you said before, it was kind of about you, and just kind of getting the big play. Have you noticed even things on the field this year where there was moments where you're like, that was old Bambam, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was new me.
Oh, yeah. Against the Lions, one of my former captains on defense, he was like, bro, you stop trying to cheat it. I know you know it, but once I know the play, I'm not going to care what the defense say. I'm going to just do my own thing. And I got to get out that way because I got to show other people, the younger players, if I do my zone, they got to learn how to do zone. If y'all just cheat and do what I want to do on the field, they going to do it on the field because that's what they see and I'm doing. So, being a captain, I got to change my role on the field, lay it back a little bit, ease up, and not try to get hurt out here.
Definitely. Has there been, that brings me to the next point. Also, when you're showing your kids, if they, get upset about you won't buy them a toy at this, supermarket, whatever it is, and, you have to explain to them, there's a bigger picture. Has there been a moment where a referee made a bad call and you wanted to, say something back, and then you were kind of like, nah, this is 22 on my chest now, I got to change it up?
Oh, yeah, definitely week 2 against the Lions, some bad calls. I looked at him. He looked at me, I was like, I know you saw what I saw, but I ain't going to say nothing because I know you can't make that call. But I'm gonna just sit back and be quiet. Say, I got you, man. I did see it, but like you said, I can't make that call.
So there, shouts to our guest Mike Magnano Jr., linebacker for the Phantoms. He referees in high school, so he was talking about like he has not a soft spot for the refs, but he kind of understands where they're coming from. So that's something that I think is misunderstood from from an officiating standpoint. You playing, you know that, you're not going to get the call by cursing out the ref, right? But the ref can't just like slide in your back pocket and be like, I'll get you on the next one.
Of course.
But if you just show him respect, then chances are going to get you that call.
Oh yeah, you gotta treat them like they're professionals. I mean, you gotta understand they ain't working with cameras and extra material here to see man every call. They gonna let some calls go by, but you just gotta treat them with respect like they just out here just having fun like we are.
For sure, and I mean there's a respect factor too, because you guys put in a lot of work to practice this game. These refs put in work to understand the rule book and understand that unfortunately when you guys are happy or upset about a call, the other side is just that happy or upset about the call, right? So how do you make everybody happy? You can't.
I mean, they got the hard job. You gotta watch 22 players.
Yeah, and make a decision, boom, right on the right on the spot. So, it's challenging, but you've also heard it with coaches. You never want to leave it in the ref's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, firsthand as a defender, if the other team doesn't score, it doesn't matter what the refs call.
That part.
So getting to it, man. I usually, ask about different players in the NFL. You said Brian Dawkins, you said Ed Reed. These guys are well known. Who are some players in the CFL that are kind of doing their thing that you salute, cap your helmet, tip your helmet to them? I have a couple names on defense that stand out, but I want to see if there's some players that look out to you, and even if you don't know their names fully, if there's like a player you've been seeing on film or somebody that you give respect to.
I have to give it to I don't know his name, but he plays for the Phantom, the running back.
Scottie Hutchinson? Oh, for the Phantoms, I'm sorry. AD,
and definitely Scottie, my boy Scottie.
Okay, Spartans, yeah, he's running back for the Spartans.
He definitely been grinding out there. I seen that. And my boy Tyrese from the Lions, I seen him grind on the off season. And I like to say KP from the Reapers and my boy Haven, they've really been grinding. No one knows them like that, but they've been shining on my squad. And some of these new teams I'll give to them, they working with it. Like the Hawks, they got some good young cats, 21 to number 2. They're decent. I like how they gonna be really good. They continue playing in the league.
For sure, and something about the league, unfortunately COVID did throw a couple seasons off, but it was a blessing in somewhat with our league. We had some players come over from JUCO, some players come over from other leagues. I want to showcase from the Phantoms, keep an eye on 24, the safety, Jaden Smith. Dog, man. He was the one that had that punt return.
Okay.
They don't throw to his side of the field very often, and he's a very humble cat. He came from Ottawa, so he's playing from Canada, so he's doing his thing out here, trying to get back. So shouts to him. And then I want to showcase Jake Reed on the Lions, man. Back-to-back years, the first play of the game was an interception.
Number 20, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I give him respect. Yeah, I definitely give him respect. He's decent. I like him.
Yeah, man. And he's a humble cat. He plays it right. But it's crazy because last year the first game of the week was them and Outlaws, pass over the middle, interception. This year it was them and the Phantoms, pass over the middle, interception. First play.
He got a good read.
Yeah, and no pun intended. His last name is Reed, so it fits perfectly. So yeah, shouts to him, man. And then obviously, there's been some new faces. I know you guys on the offensive side of things, you guys had a new quarterback or have a new quarterback?
He was there last year. He didn't get that much rep time. Last year he played safety, quarterback, just try to film it anywhere. But this year he's been really focused on quarterback, KP. So that's our guy right now. We just got another one, Dre. Can't say the last name, but
Aldrete?
Yeah.
Yes.
And with them, they both gonna push each other to get better.
For sure, and I talking about earning your spot. I know Dre was a backup for the Outlaws, and he's itching to get out there. And there was a game where he came out because the quarterback was hurt, and then he came out and threw, I think, like 2 touchdowns. And unfortunately, traditionally you think football-wise he gets the start next week, but I think they put somebody else right back in it. So that's not my job to say who plays where, but I like to hear that he's getting a spot and some time. So I haven't had a chance to watch the Reapers fully. You guys had that first game at the park, and then you guys have been getting back into it. But have they been kind of splitting the reps, or has,
Right now, Dre haven't played with us yet. It's just KB by himself. But when Dre gets there, I'm pretty sure he's going to get some playing time right there. Like I said, like I tell you, a back is a very important place. People look at it like, oh, I don't get no playing time, but sometimes you got to push your starter. If you don't push your starter, then what you here for?
For sure. Is there, so I'm sure you have like a preference of, safety versus linebacker, but is there one, like, I guess, are you even the snaps half and half, or are you leaning more towards linebacker, leaning more towards, like, what do they have you mostly?
Leaning more towards linebacker, I can see this year.
Okay, for sure. And that's unique to see, man, because we have all different types of linebackers. We got, we've got the Macchianos, we got the Andrew Jones, it's like all different styles, and they all fit a different need, You're definitely probably one of the faster out of the three,
Yeah,
but they're the bigger ones.
Size on me.
Yeah, exactly. So it all evens out, right?
Yep.
So getting to it, obviously it's third week. We have week 4 coming up. You guys have the Tigers.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys know what it's like to be overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
So to give that same respect, I don't want to say you guys should have it in the bag, but know that you guys are the favorite for this game. But being in that position of they're overlooking us, how are you humbling yourself and treating these Tigers like lions, no pun intended?
Well, like I tell everybody, they gonna win it. It's not just about the record or nothing, it's just about Avondale. This is who's the Avondale team. No matter what they worse than us or better than us, we gotta fight for that W. I'm not going easy. I don't care if we do blow them out. It's just about respect. And then, yes, we gonna help them up when they get done. We respect them. Like we have every year. We do a little scrimmage before the season starts, and it's always been a peaceful scrimmage.
For sure. I mean, I know, obviously, we try to showcase the teams throughout Arizona, but within the league, we have these like little rivalries, and it makes it exciting. We got the Phoenix teams, the Tucson teams, the Avondale teams, and that's what it's about. Is just, and it fits perfectly because, ironically, the Tucson teams are playing each other this weekend too. So it's a battle of Avondale, battle of Tucson, and then you got. You have the 2 teams that are barking back about, or a championship rematch of 2019 between the Lions and the Outlaws. So, like, some big, like, storybook, things going on this week, which is exciting. Outside of the Reapers, you got any friends? Obviously, everyone's friends and gets along and stuff, but you got any good friends on other teams that have been, I guess, competing with you from like a healthy side? You guys want to see each other eat and all that stuff, but is there anybody that you have a healthy competition that you want to see later in the season, or?
I'll have to say only friend I got right now that's on another team is, well, I got a few friends, but only one I really connect to outside of football is my boy Dave. He plays for the Scorpions. Y'all probably know David Thornton. He has his history, but he's getting back into it, and he's getting better, attitude-wise, and he's starting to get the love back for the game, and that's what I like to see out here. People getting the love for it.
For sure. That's what it is, too. It's like, it's the balance of the love of the game, and then also the love of everything that goes around with the game. So going back to our thing about the refs, it's like, without the refs, it's not a football game, right?
Yes.
It's just catch, and it's just fun. It's just like backyard stuff, right? So it's like
smear the queer.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, what I'm saying, murder ball or whatever they call it, manhunt, whatever. So we got a couple matchups this weekend. We'll get to I'll get your predictions later, but I wanted to transition, man. We had some exciting action during the week, and I picked this play to be play of the week. Now I can already hear people say, "Oh, no, this is not the best play." But let me tell you, man, this play I'm about to show you, I think it was the play of the week. Not necessarily the best football play, but it was the most athletic play. And I want us to watch it and then have you break down, like, from a defensive standpoint.
Okay.
All right, just playing. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna bring it back to the interview screen and I'll play it. All right. 1, 2, 3.
So here we have quarterback Brandon Schilling of the Outlaws against the Desert Scorpions. And, he sees something. And he goes, you know what? Nah, I got this. Excuse me. See. So, gotta say, man, very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Athletically, off rip, let me tell you, when I do box jumps at the gym, I think about it 4 or 5 times. Your man is running away from grown men chasing him, and within a split second, he decides to leap over the defender. So, Bambam, you being a defender, you see a quarterback coming down the lane, you think you have a clear hit. Your man lowered his shoulder, which, from what I'm told, you wrap up, right? You don't lay the boom. What are you doing when you see this quarterback coming down this pipe right there?
Well, first thing he had wrong, his head down, he didn't use his arms. He went and showed up. And if I see a short guy like that, I did it in high school, I would jump right over you. I'm going to take the risk of getting hit, but that's a highlight film. Why not put you on my highlight?
So what I also don't understand is, like, so the fact that it's impressive, he jumps over the guy, whatever. I'm thinking of the decision-making, man. You have a split decision, and if he doesn't get that low, he's probably not jumping over him, right?
Yep.
So if anything, did the defender get too low?
Oh, yeah, he got too low before he even got close. He was already looking down before. He just saw him coming, thinking he's going to run him over because he's small. So he's like, all right, I'm going to just wait for him. The fact that he saw him wait, he's just like, all right, I'm going to just jump over you. That's what he messed up because he wasn't paying attention.
So at what point, so say you're this guy right here.
Right here?
Yeah, before he jumps, obviously, so he catches his ankles. So clearly, he's setting up, like, right there, like, right before. Yeah, he got up, right?
He got up there.
It's a Gatorade commercial, bro. What's going down? Like, this man right here, he has no chance. I mean, he kind of bumper cars him after he lands.
To be honest, this is my friend right here, David. He told me to play. He was like, bro, when I just looked at him, I'm like, wow. I just waited because I didn't know what to do. So when I saw him start coming down, I hit him. But I was like, he's like, damn, he just jumped over my man like that.
So I wanted to, take it back to season 1. You were telling me you were on the field when Marco made that one-handed catch, and you stopped mid-stride and gave him dabs. So is this a situation where you're dabbing him up?
You got to. You got to respect because you thought you were going to make a big play, and he made a bigger play.
And, bro, look at this. This is first down. So he's doing all this on first down, and then he gets another first down. But, obviously I don't have, it's later in the game, so it's probably later in the game. But, like, also, man, athletics, tired. Like, how is he getting his legs that well conditioned to be able to do that later in the game, right?
Oh yeah. But the thing is with Brandon, that's his name Brandon, right?
Yeah.
I actually seen him training a lot on the off season with Alonzo and some other players in the league. So I know he's been working out and everything. But that was pretty impressive in slow motion. I didn't think you actually see in slow mo, he got pretty up there like.
Yeah. So then obviously the worried old man in me, I had to message him and I was like, my man, that was cool, but don't do that again. Don't blow your knees out, bro. We can't afford,
Let's be honest, if that was a more competitive team, aggressive team, that would have been very risky. We got some hard-hitting safeties out here, and we're lucky this is a softer team, and then they know it wasn't a hard hit, but that was very risky.
What, obviously, you can only be worried about yourself while worrying about the rest of the team. What goes on with, do you think the coaches, same thing, yelled at him? Not yelled at him, was like, cool, but like, hey, don't put yourself that much in danger, especially because, like you said, do you want to blow a knee off a team that you may, he got up there, man.
Yeah, dang, field came in a little more hotter. That's taking legs.
Yeah, see, that's also dangerous, man. So, again, play of the week by my standards for those in the league. If you got film, shoot it over to me. If you want to, submit it and we could vote on maybe play of the week. But this one, shout out to me, and it got my eye, and I was like, listen, I'm in the booth for game of the week, I'm not seeing. I didn't see anybody jump over like that.
Oh, that's definitely impressive. Like, it's just not he just hurdled. He got up there. Like you watching in slow motion, you really got up there. Like that's impressive.
And then and then shouts to Dwight, our guy. He was saying it was more of a box jump than a hurdle. And I was like, my man, you're gonna do that to him? He hurdled him, So, I guess also defensive wise, before the breakdown, so I wanted to phrase that. Was that a good defensive?
54?
I guess, yeah, before he dipped out of there.
No, he read it wrong. Like, he should have waited to see what his DN doing because he just fouled the outside shoulder and he stepped right into the pocket. He didn't break down to try to make the tackle. He actually played with it before.
So it's 54's fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he went outside. He should have went inside.
Oh, yeah, that inside was, he let him inside. Like, that's your sack. You just waited.
Darn. See? That's why we got the football brains here, man. Because
This is my position. Knowing that he's not even paying you no attention, he's already focused on him one-on-one. That's a hole. It's already open right there from the jump.
What about, so that's the outside backer, right? And then what about the other backers? Are they picked up by the receivers?
I think they actually went out for a route. But one of them, I think, is pretty slow. The middle linebacker, he's kind of slow. You see him come in late, or the outside guy. One of them two came in kind of slow on the outside. But I'm actually guarding somebody because he don't want blitz. So they've had to go in the flats or zone coverage. Like,
And then who is the mic on this play?
Right here.
Okay.
That
So
guy right there.
when they draw the play, it's
He
designed to
there.
go to the left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It showed 3 blitz, and then the 2 guys dealt, which let him open. Because these guys are looking right here. If you see it's 2-on-1 right here, they're looking for that Mike blitz. They double team right here and double team right here. So he should have just came inside. That's an open sack.
And then that's our boy Jay. He was a guest with you the first week.
Yep.
I mean, did he have a good play? He just got a good
He
line.
did his job.
He did his job.
The fact, like, even though you don't get to the quarterback, the fact you made him step in the pocket, which you want him to do, that linebacker supposed to come and clean him up.
So they backed the line. This is just like the name.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. Okay, well, again, shouts to Brandon Schilling, quarterback of the Outlaws, for making the first ever play of the week on Incel. I watch film and I see huddle and I have I watch the plays and stuff like that. But I definitely want some more of this. So inbox me, email me, shoot me over what you got. It's got to be in a game, though. I don't want to see, some dudes send me some, like, warm-up highlights and them in a park. I'm like, come on. I need defense,
Oh, yeah.
So, very impressive, man. Has there been any big plays like that this year that you freeze frame in your brain that, like, stands out to you a little bit? Or
Yeah. The running back, Kenny Mitchell from the Lions, when I seen him trap 2 of my guys, I just stopped. I was like, damn. But like it's mirror around like, wow. All right, let me try to chase him down.
Yeah, let me go after his shoelace or something. Yeah.
Man, he definitely surprised me that time. Like,
shouts to Kenny Mitchell coming back from a knee injury last year. He hurt it.
Looking good this year.
Yeah, looking right, man. The Lions 3-0. Picking up.
Hungry.
Yeah, picking up where they left off, man. I mean, there was a couple teams going into last year that there was I think 3 or 4 teams undefeated: the Spartans, Phantoms, Lions, and can't remember the 4th, but they were all, they let you know that they were the champions, quote unquote, until technically someone dethrones them. So, we haven't had a 2020 champion. The 2019 were the Lions. So, yeah, I mean, until somebody comes and beats them type thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. You guys are in the Choya Conference. So this year, they broke down the two, they broke down conferences, the Saguaro Conference and the Choya Conference. You guys are 1-1 in the conference, 1-2 on the season. Obviously, I think the top 8 teams make the playoffs. So it's the first half of the season, so I don't want to kill you on playoff predictions. Obviously it's 1 week at a time. Has there been any type of, without giving out too much of the sauce, but has there been any special playbooks or anything up the sleeves for the Tigers this week, or because I don't know why I keep thinking you guys are overlooking them, but I just keep thinking of there's got to be a team that's overlooked, right?
Oh yeah, it is every week. Really, I don't really think we have anything special going on for them. We're just gonna come out there with our normal defensive package that we did in the preseason. Might hit them with a 4-2-5 maybe, but that's really it. Offense, I don't know what Tyler got for it. He don't never tell me nothing.
Getting to Coach Jacquez, he wanted to drop some names. You guys have some sponsors and some team affiliates that help out. So shouts to Michelle Bush, team marketing coordinator and liaison for his business, community liaison. You guys have some merchandise and some, like I said, some sponsorships. We will provide the link and images for after the episode so you guys can shop. I got my eyes on those purple cups, man. They look dope. Might have to get some for the kitchen, bro. But then I'm neutral, so I got to get a cup from every team. You know what I'm saying? I got to get one. But, okay, man, so then, switching it up a little bit, man, I want to get to know Bambam a little bit, but since you my guy and I know you a little bit, I want the league to get to know you, let the people open up, you know. So I got a new segment for the show. It's called This or That.
Okay. I'm
going to run a stop clock. You're going to have 10 seconds. I'm going to name one or the other. And it's just whatever comes to your brain.
Okay.
All right? So let's start the clock. It's going to be 10 seconds per, so don't feel like,
I got you.
All right. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Fruit punch or lemon lime?
Lemon lime.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
5 sacks or 2 interceptions?
5 sacks.
Mashed potatoes or sweet?
Yeah, mashed potatoes.
And that was This or That on AzCFL Intel. My man Bam Bam coming with the quick. You see that, folks? He's the decisive person. He's got the answers. So then, furthermore, man, this is my question. My favorite question. Gets people every time. And, you know, gotta get you. Tell me, without obviously your bias, so you can't say the Reapers, but tell me your favorite uniforms in the league and what team has the ugliest uniforms.
He ain't gonna like when I say this, but the Outlaws is my favorite. I like the Outlaws color. I really do. Ugliest uniforms, it's the Tigers.
It's the Tigers? Okay.
It's like the Roll Tide a little bit if you think about it. They're the same little colors, red and black and white.
True.
The jersey's not that dope to me. I've seen some. We had some other jerseys before, so I know like being a new team, it's gonna be hard to get better.
It's like the ugly duckling, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, but then you grind it out. And I'm not just saying this because you're in the booth, but you got the new purple, the black on black, swaggy, bro.
Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna
what
lie.
I'm saying. So like we progressed with our jerseys. Tigers like, all right, we gotta start looking good. So people might want to play good.
Yeah, and I appreciate, Coach. Appreciate you putting the purple numbers on the helmet because you see these glasses, bro. I can't
Man.
see. I'm like, I think somebody played, somebody made a tackle, you know.
Yeah.
So shouts to you. I'm gonna be calling 22 often, you know.
Thank you.
So getting to we got week 4 matchups, man. Let's get to some predictions, and I want to hear what you think and maybe some insight. These guys, the jokes have been that they were the Stampede 2.0, or my guy Marzell will tell you that the Stampede 1.5, Desert Bucks. They had high hopes coming in. It's still early season, so I don't want to say like, oh, these guys are done for, but they're not starting off as hot as they thought they would, and others thought they would. 1-2 going into this game, playing the Phantoms, who just came off an emotional double overtime loss to the Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for that one?
Well, the Bucks, they're a good squad. They just don't have that click. Because once again, they're the Stampede, and we all know how the Stampede is when you got all that talent on one team.
Mm-hmm.
Phantoms, like you said, they came off a double OT.
Yeah.
They hungry, and they're a good squad. They're a unit. That's a solid unit, not a team that went to different. Even though they were one team still, they went to a different team. But the Phantoms, they got a decent squad.
Sure, and
it's gonna be a close game though.
Who do you got?
I'm gonna have to give it to the Phantoms.
Phantoms. Okay. Then we got, like I said, Reapers, Tigers. Gonna pass on that one. Take it down to Tucson, but it's at Cortez actually. So Tucson Thunder versus Desert Demons.
Tucson Thunder's definitely.
Tucson Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay, they're coming off an impressive win too. Ironically, after the episode after. Anytime someone comes on, their team wins that next week. I had Dominic Johnson from the Owls, they won.
Mm-hmm.
And then my man Isaiah Clark from the Thunder, they won last week. So, hey, I don't know, man, I'm not superstitious, but hey, let's just continue the trend. So, you got the Thunder on that one, okay. This one, and not to keep making my head big, but I called an upset pick last week. I said the Headhunters were going to win, and they won. So, my upset pick again, I hate to keep killing them, but it's going to be the Titans over the Owls. Who you got?
I can see it. I can see if the Titans come. They want to win after that win against the Tigers last week, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to want to definitely get another one to keep themselves in the league playoffs. But them Owls, they can't get slept on. if they get rolling, they can definitely do some damage.
Oh, some hometown history for you. Did you know their uniforms are made up after the University of Maryland, like those shields?
I kind of peeped that, and that's one thing I do like about that. I did notice that.
The
I really
owner
did.
or something from Maryland is
And
he rocked the shield or
And I
whatever.
seen that because I have an ass friend. He's from Baltimore. He plays on the team with him. So I was like, okay, I
was
like that about that
uh-oh,
jersey.
am I gonna see Bambam with an Owls jersey?
Keep going. I thought about it.
See, that's why we get intel going, baby. And then the Headhunters rolling off a high momentum. They came off a victory over the Owls. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yep.
feeling themselves. I predicted that. So this one's gonna be a slugfest. Headhunters and Scorpions.
Yeah.
Cortez, 4 p.m.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Headhunters. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely. The Scorpions, just watching film on them lately, just don't see them with it. They have quarterback problems right now. Defense is decent, but how long can they play? Headhunters, they got a nice offense. They got a nice running back, very shifty. So I feel like he might have a big game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited for that one. I'll probably catch the second half up because the game of the week's at Cortez this weekend. So then another team, man, very impressive coming into the league from I think the GFL, the Silverbacks, 3-0, bro, against the Hawks. You guys played the Hawks, so you know what they're gonna have in store. What do you see?
That's the thing with Silverback. They're a good team. I always tell everybody they came from the low division and they dominate that low division. So they're not gonna come and rolling over nobody's backs. But I'm gonna have to give it to the Silverbacks. I guess I think it'll be like 28-12.
4-0 too, man. That's like you. That's a statement because that we're at that point now where 4-0 is now we're entering the territory of the teams that before COVID, we were 4-0, blah blah blah. So we start entering that territory. They gotta and it's weird, but it's like they gotta be affiliated. They gotta be along with the other big names, right? You can't just ride them off because we haven't heard of them. Like I can't name one player, but that's their job and my job to find out more about them. But they keep winning, we will find out more about them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So let's see now. And then we got, like I said, championship rematch of the 2019 championship, Outlaws and the Lions.
I say 21-14 Lions.
Lions? See, I think, I think I could see that happening because the Lions have been, very, continuing the momentum. You guys played them firsthand, I think this last game, coming down to the wire and almost, almost tying it in the last play of the game, right, the fumble or whatever, I think they are going to have like a big mouthful when it comes to the Outlaws defense.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to hate on the Spartans defense or anything like that, but I think they have still been trying to gel and, re-identify themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the Outlaws always pride themselves in their defense. It's
yeah.
They're like you're back to your Bill Belichick reference. It's like a system. They just kind of plug and play, right?
That's why I like the Outlaws. Even their system, their unit.
Yeah. Shouts to Blade. He's a dog on the defensive end side of things, and their linebackers are ballers, and they're well versed in history. So, this one's too close for comfort, but I think the Lions do win this game. But I could think it's another down to the wire type deal. I don't think they're blowing them out. And then the Spartans are on a bye week, which shouts to quarterback Trey Grant. He was, his hand's been a little hurt. Unfortunately, threw 4 picks in the last game, and I talked to him after the game, and he was, he's a very humble cat, and he takes accountability. So I was like, I even tried making an excuse for him. I was like, "What happened, bro? Was it the wind? You eat too much, buttery popcorn? What happened?" He's like, "Nah, man, that was me. My hand. I thought," and he's like, "Bro, I swear, 3 of those picks I had, in my mind, I threw him to the right target, but his hand just was not. He couldn't even grip the ball right." But they have a bye week, so try to get right, get healthy, ice up. He'll be back. He's a dog. And then set the stage for him, man. Game of the week, Running Rebels, 3-0 versus the Tide. who are 1-1, coming off of a bye week.
Man. Oh, that's a good one because the Roll Tide, they got that quarterback is amazing.
Jake Mortensen.
He's amazing.
Yeah, it's a big guy, big size quarterback, fast. He can run. Yeah.
He can throw on the run. He's amazing. But the Rebels got a defense, and it's gonna be a ball game. But I gotta give it to the Rebels.
What do you, from a defensive side of things, when you're farther back, so you're, eyeing the routes and the plays on collapses, and then, when guys get, last line of defense, so to speak, what are you seeing from, well, I guess one, have you played against either quarterback? Have you played against Jake? Have you played against Lorenz?
Yes, I played against Jake. I played. Didn't Lorenz play for the Spartans before?
Yes.
I didn't play against him, but I played with him on a little 7-7 during the summer. And I seen him, but Jake, man, playing against him last year, and they came back and won the game. Yeah, he can make some plays happen. He's definitely a comeback quarterback. That's why he wore 12. Rogers.
Is there something about that though? Like, that's funny that you say that. You defensive-minded guy, Donovan, shouts to the producer, he was talking about, defensive-minded. He was saying, like, when you're defensive-oriented, you live for the shutouts. You live for the, the low scores. But I've also heard, like, when defense has a good practice, they consider it a bad practice because offense didn't have a good practice.
Yeah.
So what's that like, knowing that when a defense, like a quarterback could go in a hole and he's down 4 touchdowns, he comes back, like, oh, he's a comeback quarterback, right? But they don't give that same love to defense. If a defense gets 10, scored on early, but then they shut it down the second half, they still turn to the offense dug them out of a hole. So what's that like, man? It's like you guys can't win if you want.
At the end of the day, if you ain't putting points on the board, then you can't really say nothing. If defense, you want to get your name, you got to put points on the board, show that you can score. At the end of the day,
True.
Offense, that's their job, to put points on the board. So they're going to feel like, well, we doing everything, but that we stop in the second half, that's your job to catch us up now.
Yeah.
Because we already tried.
I see that because I've seen it in high school all the way to, college days, and now the CFL. I see situations where even, not to name drop, but even last week, game of the week, watching it, there is in overtime, the Phantoms had a drive and they fumbled it, and it's just like the defense is like, yo, we just got off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more can we do for you guys? So is there like taking it back to you being a father and having to, take care of your kids, is there ever situations like that where you're like, listen, offense, I get it, but man, like, show us some love. Like, I've always been unique about that because
last week, that game against the Hawks, it was like, man, we back out here, we can't score, drop touchdowns, fumbles, it's bad reads on offense. It's like, I got y'all back, but in the last 2 minutes, I told the offense, look, man, I believe in y'all, okay? I really need y'all to get down here and fight. All line, fight, man. Y'all the youngest cats out. Y'all got to fight for this W. And they pulled it off by a miracle, but a win's a win.
It was because you talked to them, bro.
That's why I feel like
you need to get a motivational, you know what I'm saying?
My words helping me push them.
Welcome to Bam Bam's TED Talk, How'd you get the name Bam Bam? I was curious. You a heavy hitter? Flintstones guy?
I was a very heavy hitter, came in hot, didn't care. But now I'm gonna ease up. They just call me Bam. I'll come make the first hit. I work on a lot of different strategies, but I got it from Brian Dawkins. That's his nickname.
Okay.
Bam. But I try to play like Honey Badger, Brian Dawkins, Ray Lewis, Brian here. I'm just playing. All the
Lewis.
hitters, smart IQs. It's all about having a high IQ out there, though.
Take me to. I know in the Super Bowl, a lot of people talked about Brady and Honey Badger. There was that respectful jawing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have that interaction between a quarterback? Like, you just get up on them and say something like...
Oh, yeah. It was a Hawks quarterback. He got... The beginning beat a ball game. He got in a moment. We got some words exchanged. But it's just like... It's just a game. I don't know. I got to talk my crap.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the opponent. You're a quarterback. You're my rival. I'm a bull. You're wearing red. I'm attacking you.
Exactly, man. I respect it, man. So... turn into the page to see if any viewers have any questions. We like to turn it to the audience and see as we're live. seeing if there's anybody that has any questions or anything that they want to ask. I know with football, man, after Saturday, I don't see you too often on Red Zone, but I'm on Red Zone and I see, the petty Sundays and I watched film and it turns out this was that. How do you, channel that? And how do you, just continue to play your best football and kind of ignore it?
I don't go on Red Zone.
Okay, there you go.
Don't get me wrong, I peep people saying, because, they always talking about this, but I just stay off of it, really, because, it's just gossip.
Right.
At the end of the day, me personally, I feel like I can go play with any other team and still be, like, a team player, but it's a lot of big hits in this league, and I just stay to myself.
For sure. And then outside of the CFL, do you have any goals? How many more years do you see yourself playing? Do you see yourself turning into a coach or a trainer, or what's kind of the next?
That's a good question, because I tell myself maybe next year I retire, but I'm still in my 20s. I might give it a couple more years, 5 more years probably, but I definitely thought about coaching. I definitely want to do little league stints, because I like to work with kids. That's the best way to get it, is have kids following up the sport.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, after high school, it's a job. It's not a sport no more. It's just a job. So I like getting kids ready for it.
There's it's funny you say you're in your 25 more. Then you look at Brady's 43. You're like, man, I got 20 more years of this. Have you? Do you? I'm sure you still have family on the East Coast and stuff like that. Do you have anybody and family members or friends in the high school ranks or middle school or kind of coming up?
My little brother just got a scholarship to a school in, I want to say Indiana, a small school in Indiana.
Congrats to him. What position did he play?
Safety.
Oh, nice. Okay, keep it in the family.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have an uncle. He's a track coach in South Carolina. He's the head track coach out there.
Oh wow! Shouts to that, man. You definitely see that with cornerback, safeties. They play track. They run track throughout the year and stuff like that. You got deep. What do you think about that when they say cornerbacks and safeties are just receivers that can't catch? You got hands? At least he's honest, man. He's honest. You know what I'm saying?
100. We're not there to really catch it. We're mostly trying to make big hits. Safeties come for big hits. Corners supposed to be the least physical guys, they gonna say, because they don't like to hit.
Yeah.
But the corners actually got more hands than safety.
They say a drop pick is still a swatted pass, right?
Yeah, so it's no bad call on defense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes a swat will be better than an interception.
That's true. If you keep the ball alive and it doesn't want those, I feel you. And then also you've seen it, players like Richard Sherman, receiver in high school or college, and then the pros turn. You having a defensive side of things, I feel like even though they say it's half and half, I think defense is obviously weighted heavier. So your knowledge and your perspective on things are a little bit, different running downhill opposed to, they see it running uphill, right?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, not too many people in the chat right now, but I know there was, you guys had the community events going on. Is there anything else going on in Reaper Nation that, you guys want to promote and keep an eye out for and kind of just help push down the season?
Not really. We're just moving in silence. Just trying to shock the league. That's all.
So, what can you tell me that you guys know what uniforms you're rocking this week?
Oh, we're wearing all black.
All black? Tell me too. Also, you guys been playing the morning games. What's that like waking up? Where most of these guys are playing, afternoons and stuff like that. Is it you go to bed early the night before?
Oh no, I can't sleep.
Okay, you got your cleats on in your bed, bro.
The Hawks game, I didn't sleep all day. I stayed up for the whole night, that whole entire day. I stayed up.
That's dangerous, bro. You sleeping on the third down and stuff.
I just had that much energy.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm just excited. It's all about waking up and getting your body right. You got to literally wake up. I took a shower at 6 o'clock in the morning that day, waiting for the game.
Breakfast bowl, man. That's what I was calling it. What's that? Everyone has their own, get right. You got a certain music you bump. You got any ritual. You got
No, I don't listen to no music no more. I just like to just sit out there and look at everything.
I got you.
See everybody warm up, watch them warm up, see how their players moving, see who's lazy in the morning, see who got the energy, who trying to be out here, just observing the field.
you gotta go up to the refs, slip them a 5, and say, yo, tonight you got me on these calls, right?
Hey, right.
Well, I mean, cool, man. I appreciate you coming in the studio, man. You know, towards the end of the show, usually, like I said, I have people tune in and give me some questions. We don't have too many people pipe it in. Let me see on the Twitch if anyone.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Who's your pick for the ship?
You talking about this league, right?
You said what?
You talking about this league?
Yeah.
I see the Lions and the Outlaws rematch.
Oh, you don't see the Rebels making it? No.
I mean, they gonna push it far. Don't get me wrong, because they're still a championship team in my eyes. But just them merging with the Sergeants, right?
Yes.
That's the only thing I can see. Just
Okay. Besides those teams, who else do you see in the playoffs?
definitely Phantoms, definitely Rebels. From our division, I'm gonna say the Silverbacks and the Hawks, maybe. And us, of course, but I can't. I'm not gonna speak on this. Not gonna jinx it.
Good. That's a very good thing.
What about quarterback? I guess you said that, you know, Dre's going to get some playing time, and KP's been the guy so far. I guess, obviously it's not your say, but are you okay with whatever changes get made? I mean, obviously you're a defensive side, so it's not like you're building connection on, like, you know, routes or anything like that, but you're cool with whatever they go with?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not my decision, so I'm cool with everything. I tell Ty, you just gotta put the best guy in, and like I said, the backup just gotta support that and be ready to get in the game. Because at the end of the day, Nick Foles did it.
Yeah.
He got a Super Bowl, so just gotta wait to shine.
Yeah, then he got a fat contract, so.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Double dipping on him. But yeah, man, not too many people are not checking in the chat, so I apologize for that.
Oh,
But
it's fine. Like I said, I'll play for the Reapers.
you hear that, man? They see? He said y'all don't want to talk to him. You know? That's disrespect, bro. But hey, I respect it, bro, because I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You my guy. You know, the Reapers, they on the come up. They're definitely.
We're gonna put our name out there.
Yeah, bro. Avondale. So Avondale's on notice. So this weekend, Avondale's on notice, right?
Yep.
And then after that, the league's on notice. That's what they're
They're
saying.
gonna see. We win more than 3 games. They're gonna like, oh, that's the Avondale Reapers right there. But we're going to shop and going to playoffs. So I see it.
Do you have a score prediction this week?
For which group?
You guys.
Oh, 28-0.
28-0. Oh, he's going for the bagel, the donut, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we can hold the Hawks out. We definitely hold them out.
It's true, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I definitely be able to catch the film on that. You know, still sleeping at that time. But yeah, man. Other than that, like I said, we have the game of the week coming up. We have, and then halfway through the season, we have, like I said, closer to the playoff predictions, the playoff pushes, that's another thing too, is these guys, I was talking to, Andrew Jones from the Lions, he tries to stay right, stay healthy, he's like, but also like, these are, what do you say? He said, like, these are broken down cars halfway through the season, so you start catching what players are getting their bodies right,
Oh, yeah.
Eating right, staying healthy, that type of stuff.
Your first 4 games, you're going to come out banging. And you're like, oh, man, hold on.
Check engine light comes on.
Ain't the same no more last week.
Yeah. Well, awesome, man. I was saying, is there anything else you wanted to, touch on or add to let the world know before, you guys strap up Saturday and then kind of the rest of the season?
No, I'm going to just stay humble and see how the season goes.
I got to ask you, man, if you get a pick 6, you got a celebration ready?
I don't, but we talked about, me and my friend on the team, we talked about doing some Pop Smoke, the Dior dance.
Yeah.
So
the woo.
We're going to do the woo if I get that pick 6.
I'm with it, bro. Pick 6 too, like, I want to see, because you would get so mad you get tripped up on, like, the 2-yard line or something, bro. Like, you see that, you get that ball, you need 6. Like, I'm telling you, bro.
All right, I'm going to tell you a secret.
All right, secret's out.
My fear right now is me ever getting a pick and I get a cramp running.
Hey, don't let that become reality, bro. Because what you think can become, and wait that for you guys to be game of the week. I'm gonna be like, wait, pick over the middle 20. That's Bam Bam. And then I'm like, you got a cramp. Get up, man. Come on.
Hey, if I was him right now, I'd be knocking on wood. You got wood right in front of you.
keep you healthy.
It happened, man. Last year, during a scrimmage, I went up for a pick like this. Whole leg just stint. I was like, up. Couldn't get up. Like, oh my God.
It's all that excitement, bro.
I swear, I'm like, shouldn't have done that. That's why I don't go for the ball. Let's go for the hit.
That's what I did. Some that, see ball, get ball. Some of just lay the boom,
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Dwayne Bam Bam Gaither of the Avondale Reapers, formerly number 16, now number 22. Team captain. So you'll see him out in the coin toss.
Yes, sir.
Heads or tails usually go with.
Tail never fails.
Okay. Receive or defer?
Receive.
They want the ball. They want the ball.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say I put our defense out there, let them know.
Oh, Tyler, that was last year. But this year we want to show the offense and see what their defense looking like.
That's smart.
But defense feed the energy, So their defense got the energy, offense should feed off of it.
Yeah, that's true. I respect that. It should be, yeah. I don't see why not. I'm saying when I play Madden, you know what I'm saying? I defer because I want the ball in the second half, but I mean, hey,
that part you want in the second half.
Yeah, and then hey, who knows? You guys could do an onside kick or something you never know. But awesome, man. I want to thank you for coming in, man. We pride ourselves on, we put a lot of work with this league. We're trying to get a lot of exposure and just make it a bigger stage for you guys because you guys do put in a lot of heart, blood, sweat, and tears. And we want it to be more than just, all right, it's game week and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
We want you guys to get some return on investment on this, and be able to showcase yourself to family back east and to, like you said, working with kids, eventually, you give back to the community and they say, oh, like, what have you done, blah, blah, boom, you got access to endless media you could show them, these are the type of things that we build around to be able to market. So, appreciate you being a nice face in the league and being able to market and talk about you without it being, this the dynamic of football players. They get a bad rep and stuff like that, and that's the idea behind the show is bridging the gap between the players and the media. So again, thank you, man. I'm looking forward to you guys, continuing. I want to watch you guys under the lights and see them, the icy black uniforms. I like the white on whites too, man. Those are icy too. I mess with y'all uniforms. I can't lie. I mess with the
Y'all
uniforms.
bring that purple back.
Yeah, purple's dope too, man. If you have anything else for me, man, I'll let you get out of here. But again, for season 2, episode 8 of AzCFL Intel, I am Jesse Burke. He is Dwayne Bam Bam Gaither, producer Donovan in the back, and for this week we are signing off.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me here.
You guys are good, all the mics.
I appreciate it,
Now
man.
that I actually got you in here, I'm able to actually get real good sound.
Was it
It
good?
took me towards the end. I had to turn the mics down.
Okay.
So, but
Was it good? Is what you wanted?
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, I finally got it where it's
I
at.
like what y'all doing for the league, man. It
Yeah.
makes you more get into it.
Yeah, official, right?
Oh yeah, that's how I feel like. That what you gotta get paid, right?
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, man.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, man, just trying to build this league out, get it, we got some people looking on us this year. So we have, just like